Hello and welcome. Today we dive into the world of international hoops. I'm Dip Bianco.
And I'm Diego Dario. Let's take a look at the top stories in the NBA, starting with the iconic jersey retirement of the NBA's youngest MVP, Derrick Rose. This is Starting Lineup.
Let's get straight at it with our basketball analysts Nikki, Villasin, Larry Fonasher, and Isaac Go. Guys, welcome to Starting Lineup. All NBA
Welcome to the show, yeah?
topic tonight, but unahin na natin with a guy that is pinag-uusapan ngayon, the NBA, because his jersey will be retired by the Chicago Bulls. And what no better person to ask than someone who grew up from Chicago. Nikki, you were a fan of the Bulls and also Derrick Rose. You've seen him play. How was it like during his era of bringing the Bulls back into the limelight? You seeing him play when you were still in Chicago?
Well, coming from Chicago, it's just such a pride-filled city, and it was the fact that he came from like the lesser fortunate part, which is obviously the south side of Chicago, and was able to, make it out, and then still be a humble person, and that really showed a lot throughout his career and the way he played and his playing style, and also his relationship with his teammates. But even just as a kid, I remember on like every Sunday it was either like NFL Sunday or it was gonna go watch the Bulls, and we always just had it streaming on TV, and it was just something special being able to watch him even live during his MVP season, and growing up, representing us as like the little point guards, right? And especially in the Philippines, like the short point guard is what a lot of us end up getting put into, and that's like the spot we compete in the States, and so he was definitely someone to look up to.
Right, and one of the tributes online said, roses need sunlight and water to grow, but this one needed a city. And growing up, as you yourself from Chicago, how big was it that D. Rose was actually from Chicago? He went to Chicago to play in the NBA and became the star and the franchise player for the team.
Man, it's everything. I mean, he was just a really great role model for a lot of players, especially with, again, like just his playing style. I think that it was the fact that because he was from the city, he was just such a relatable person to look up to.
Right.
And like the games were just so packed out as a kid. Like I would buy nosebleed seats just to watch him. Like I couldn't even see him. Like I'm sure if you've ever sat at like the nosebleed seats in MOA, it's even worse at the United Center. It's way like you're just really honestly just left looking up at the boom screen. But it was such a great experience, and he's tremendous.
Right, and just to mention some of the accolades of Derrick Rose, youngest MVP
at 22.
22 years old, and of course led his team with the best franchise record of 62-20 during his time there. Led Chicago to 7 straight playoff appearances, and then. Nikki, how was that fanfare? I want to ask, since Diego mentioned what he's done for Chicago, you being in the city, how was it like the arena when he would play there? Yung jerseys ba niya, was it worn by everyone in Chicago?
I had like every color in his jersey. I had like the red, white, and the black jersey version. But you would even see, like, you don't see this anymore in Chicago because we don't have like that figure anymore. But there would be people outside of the United Center watching on the big screen, like not even at the game, but they would just be posted up outside in some lawn chairs, just watching the game and enjoying. And unfortunately, that's not really something you see anymore there. But I think in terms of like when I was growing up, I was like so traumatized because my dad, everyone has that one parent that's like, teach you how to play basketball. I remember I used to be in the front yard and I didn't know how to shoot a jump shot. And my dad was like, you gotta shoot a teardrop like Derrick Rose. And then I was like, I can't just throw, because he would, like, obviously was the one who would, like, super high.
Floater,
If I was doing that in middle school, like, absolutely not. And then I was doing it at school, on my school team, and I was immediately subbed out. But, like, it was just funny how, like, my dad, like, even was such a big fan, was, like, trying to teach, like, he's, like, 11-year-old child, this is how you play basketball.
So that was the effect of a D. Rose, right? But Kuya Larry, I want to ask